Hey, what's up, my guys, gals, and anyone in between? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna be showing you my top 10 favorite hairstyles, and of course, you gotta start off with the classic down look. Okay, now the absolute way I'm holding this rat tail is absolutely absurd. Like, look at my face. I'm shocked I don't have any more arm definition from like how hard I struggle with these knots in my hair. Cause y'all, it is fight to the death. I mean, look at my face. I'm telling you, these knots are not to be played with. So essentially all you're going to need to do is make sure you just take the front half section of your hair, divide that into two, and then without making the same face that I'm making, why is it like such a stank face? Messing with curly hair is not for the weak. That is all I could say. Once you have divided your front part of your hair into two sections, you then take one section and wrap it up into a little ball and proceed to do the same thing to the other side. And once you're done, there you are. You have your panda ears. Girl, it's crooked, but you still look cute. See, I still have yet to find a good method to take rubber bands out of my hair. So if there are any curly haired anybody's out there that have a good method to taking these tiny rubber bands out of your hair, please send them my way because I could greatly appreciate it and I could use that. Luckily for this hairstyle, you don't need to do much of a change. You just take the same puffballs you have, take them out of the puffballs and pull them back and just leave it down like as if it was like a little pigtail or ponytail. Just like that. Do the same thing to the other side. Now, in this moment, you're supposed to take your two ends and then connect it to the back of your hair, whether it be by a small tiny clip or with a rubber band. In this instance, I just used a rubber band that I had. We talk about my hair. Is it getting a divorce? Because why are the ends splitting so bad? It is called child's look, but for a bonus, you can also have, if you have any accessories, you can add them in your hair like I did. I had some little tiny butterfly clips. I love wearing them. And it just adds a little pop of color, and it's cute. This hairstyle I normally do on purpose and on accident. It's just something I do when I just really need the front part of my hair to get out of my face. And then I didn't even realize it was a hairstyle until one day my good friend Olivia told me, "I like what you did with your hair." And I was like, "What? Oh." This is what I call the pullback. This one's just like the pullback, except for the fact that it's gonna be in a bun. So basically just an up-down do. You're kind of gonna look like royalty, bro. Look how pointy my head is gonna look once this whole up-down look is done. It's cute, don't get me wrong. I look like a little high-class princess, but why is it so pointy? Yes, that was gray hair you did just see. I have a lot of that at the age of 24, I know. Anyone with tingly hair will understand this face. Did you see that? It was hard, man. Trying to like pull your hair to do these hairstyles is a little difficult. I was only doing it a little loosely because I just know that I'm just showing you my quick hairstyles. It's nothing fancy, nothing too crazy, just ones I like to do. But for this one, all you're gonna need is your two front pieces again, and you're going to braid to the scalp and like drift it down, going to the side. You're gonna look a little crazy, but you need to get the back hair out of your face. Now, there's a reason why I don't like to do this hairstyle as often as the others. It's just because, as you can tell, like for the time, like I said, you have to braid it, and braiding already takes a while. And I'm not the best at when it comes to braiding to the scalp. I still am in a process of learning to do that. I'm not an expert, but this is just my little way of making sure it lasts throughout the day. It's not that hard once you start to practice and get a little more into it and the flow of things. I already knew how to braid, thankfully, beforehand. It's just getting it to stick to my head is not happening. And this hairstyle alone does take me a good 20 minutes if I'm lucky and everything kind of like goes smoothly in my mind to do and get out the door. So I'm not calling it a quick hairstyle, but it is a lot more intricate than the others, which is why it gets me the most compliments. And usually I like to add little accessories like hair hooks and pins and the butterfly clips that you've seen. Now, is it just me or does anyone else use their mouth as like a placeholder for their hair so that way they don't get it mixed up with the other hair that's not in the section that you want? I feel like it's not just me. I don't like using clips all the time, or just my mouth is much quicker and more convenient. So now once you do eventually finish braiding, you pull them back. And then when you want to tie it together, you can either use the tiny rubber bands or you can use a small little hair clip, whatever is personal preference. But in the end, it gives you a very elegant, very cutesy little look. For this hairstyle, it's just a different variation of my top favorite hairstyle. All you have to do, instead of it being up, these are going to be down. They're little puff balls. I like this hairstyle a lot, not only because it's easy and gets the hair out of my face. I think it's just really cute looking and very lightweight. And voila, you are done. Now, hold on. If you've gotten to this part, you are about to see my favorite, hands down favorite hairstyle to do. Even when I'm in a rush, it does take me a minute sometimes, but it is my absolute favorite. I get the most compliments on it, and it is going to be the classic space buns. If you have wavy hair, curly hair, and you've done this look before, please let me know what you think of the look. I seriously adore this look. And there's a little bonus to it as well that makes into another hairstyle. Boom, and you have your space buns. With the additional look to your space buns, you can pull out your two small front pieces of hair and they create antennas, and that's what I like to call them, antennas. Last but most certainly not least is the final hairstyle. I will admit that this one is a bit more complicated to do, but watch how it's done. Yep, you saw how hard that was? I call this look the hybrid, mainly because it's pulled back like it's supposed to be a ponytail. However, my hair is not long enough for that. It looks short enough to be considered a bun, aka the hybrid.